Lights, camera, death. Tonight's spine-splitting story hacks into the glamorous world of student filmmaking. A story about a boy and his movie. Only this one's got more blood than budget. So settle in, horror hounds, and grab your popcorn. Because our feature presentation stars a student editor who's about to cut loose a reel that just won't quit, and a flick that edits you back. We call this little slasher Director's Cut.
Milo Trencher wasn't like the other film students. While his classmates fussed over camera angles, lighting setups, and the art of film theory, Milo had other tastes. Obsession, if we're being honest. He liked his cinema scratched, sleazy, and soaked in fake blood. If it didn't come with a content warning or a criminal record, he wasn't interested. He prowled flea markets and estate sales, hunting for warped VHS tapes with scribbled titles like Hell-O-Vision, horror reels too twisted to air, lost grindhouse horrors buried by time and copyright lawyers. If it was banned, blurred, or bootlegged, Milo had a copy. He didn't want to make movies. He wanted to resurrect them. That's why he loved volunteering in the university's neglected film archive. It was more tomb than library, rows of decaying film cans, and asbestos-choked air. So when he found the film canister, unlabeled, dust-caked, shoved behind a row of archived student work in the university's basement vault, it felt like destiny. The steel container hissed when opened, like a breath held too long. Inside, brittle 16mm film, spliced, scratched, stained, just the way he liked it. The reel wasn't part of the inventory. No barcode, no record. He smuggled it home in his backpack. Didn't even stop for coffee. Just got to work. He took it home, cleaned it, set up his rickety projector, and fed the reel through the spools. Careful not to tear the celluloid. He expected a bad slasher ripoff, or maybe a forgotten student project. What he got was something else entirely. No title card, no credits, just static. Then a forest, nighttime, campfire crackling, 5 teens laughing in grainy 70s color, pure slasher pulp, a jock, a stoner, a nerd, a cheerleader, a girl in a tank top holding a hunting knife saying, "I've seen this movie before." The camera shook, the audio warped. Then came the killer. Tall, silent, wearing a crude papier-mâché mask. Round, rigid, kind of distorted. It was eerie. The gore was ridiculous. A machete through the gut. A bear trap. A fiery death. It was gritty, visceral, soaked in sleaze and campy menace. Kind of genius in its low-budget charm. Then came the part that hooked Milo for good. The final girl ran into the woods, camera shaking, and she turned, looking dead into the lens, and whispered, "You're next." The reel hissed and melted into black. Milo rewound it immediately, but this time something had changed. The jock had darker hair. The cheerleader had a mole on her cheek. And the tank top girl, he swore she looked like Natalie, his editing partner from class. Weird. Maybe the film had alternate takes spliced in, or he was just tired. Milo started editing it, digitalizing the reel frame by frame. That's when things went sideways. The film began to change. There were shots he didn't remember seeing, new angles, new victims playing in the timeline. Scenes had added themselves. Milo swore he never scanned them. A girl brushing her teeth in a dorm bathroom, his dorm. A shaky cam down the hallway of the film school. A static, grainy close-up of his own bedroom door, slowly creaking open. He blinked, laughed nervously. He didn't sleep that night. His room became a maze of empty ramen cups, sticky notes, and hastily scribbled timelines. He stared at the glowing frames until his eyes ached. Each edit pulled him deeper. Every time he paused the reel, the headphones filled with soft breathing. He scrubbed backwards, just static, forward, whispering.
"Why'd you cut that scene?"
Something rasped. He yanked the headphones off, heart pounding. Sleep especially didn't come easy after that. Not just because of the reel, but because of what started showing up on it. His roommate Kev appeared in a background shot, eating cereal in their kitchen. The cheerleader now wore Natalie's necklace. The killer's machete had initials etched into the blade, MT. Milo, trencher. He stared at the paused frame, then at his reflection in the black screen. The mask flickered to paper mache, then just a blur where the face should be, then flesh-colored until it wasn't blurry anymore. Frame by frame, the face became clearer, and it was his. He vomited in his sink. By midweek, people started disappearing. The reel grew longer, more twisted. Kev didn't come home Monday night. The cops asked questions, but Milo said Kev might have gone home for the weekend. He tried showing Natalie the changes, but when he hit play, it reverted to the original. Camp, teens, gore. You sure you're not just going stir-crazy? She joked. Maybe, Milo muttered, but the joke didn't reach his eyes. Maybe the reel's cursed. He tried deleting the digitalized footage. The files reappeared. He unplugged the projector, but the reel still played in his dreams, over and over and over. Every night, more added. Screams, blood, voices begging, pleading, and stranger still, the people in the footage kept looking more familiar. He found new footage Tuesday morning. The cheerleader screamed his name, Milo, when running from the killer. Next, a girl from his editing workshop screaming in a basement. A teacher aide begging for her life in a gas station. One by one, people Milo knew being hunted, slaughtered. Every cut of the reel felt less like a discovery and more like a memory. People were slipping through the cracks like scratched frames in a bad print. And Milo, he was unraveling. He broke down, called Natalie over, told her everything. She watched silently as the film unspooled, sweat beading on her brow, eyes wide with dread. Then she whispered, I think I'm in this next scene. And she was. She appeared on screen, ran from the killer, screaming, stumbling, right into Milo's apartment, hiding under his bed, crying. Milo turned to her. Nat? But she was gone. But the bathroom door creaked open. He ran to the bathroom. The tub was wet, blood on the rim, her phone on the floor. He heard something behind the shower curtain. He yanked it back, his camera still recording. He picked it up, in the viewfinder, Natalie on the floor whispering, Finish it. Milo stopped going to class. He stopped showering, stopped blinking sometimes. He'd go outside and the world would blur, people's faces flickering like out-of-sync footage. He'd stare at traffic and see tracking lines across the sky. Once he looked in the mirror and swore his reflection blinked off cue. He tried destroying the reel. It didn't work. He tossed it in the dumpster behind the student center. That night, it was back on his editing table. No dirt, no damage, just waiting. The next morning, he noticed blood under his fingernails. The dorm room became a coffin of buzzing fluorescent lights and stale Red Bull. He sat hunched over his laptop, face gaunt, fingers twitching on the keyboard. But he wasn't just watching the film anymore. He was in it. It all clicked, not suddenly, but horribly. When he edited a scene, he relived the kills. He felt the blade enter Kev's ribs. He felt Natalie's hair in his hands. He didn't remember doing it, but he knew. The killer on screen no longer wore a mask, just Milo's face, sweaty, smeared, grinning, like a behind-the-scenes clip of a man who didn't know the camera was rolling. Milo hadn't been editing someone else's film. He was watching the murders he'd already committed. The reel wasn't revealing, it was replaying. His obsession with horror hadn't led him to the cursed film. The cursed film had found someone already willing to play the part. He tried to stop, locked the reel in a case, hid the case in a locker, but then he'd wake up with blood on his sleeves. He wasn't dreaming, he was filming. Somewhere in his fractured mind, the scenes were being shot and cut. Each cast member was real, each kill authentic. He named the final edit, Director's Cut. It ended with Milo smiling into the camera, whispering, That's a wrap. Campus police found the footage a week later. Milo vanished without a trace. His dorm abandoned. Walls still covered in production stills. Scribbled notes. Blood. A crime scene frozen in time. His laptop sat open. Final shot paused. Natalie's scream echoing as a blade descended. The reel was gone. Months later, a new student was sorting through archived media. Found an old film canister, dusty, labeled Director's Cut. She took it home, set up her projector. The film opened on static, then a new scene. A girl brushing her hair, a shadow behind her. Then she turned to the camera and whispered, You're next.
Oh, what a slice. Talk about final cuts, boils and ghouls. Seems Milo got his big break. Right through the fourth wall. Just goes to show, when you stare into the screen long enough, sometimes the screen stares back. And as for the next viewer, oh, I'm sure they'll be dying to finish the reel. Until next time, Fright fans, remember, in this theater, everyone gets a starring role in their own demise.